So we'll have details.
Okay.
Details or yes, details. And then we can have date. And then here we will have debit. Then we will have credit.
Credit.
Credit. I don't want even we have the balances. The balances. So we'll have the first transaction. We have been told Spices starts a business on 1st January with a cash of 600,000. This is the cash from your saving account, right? The journal entry, what do we do? This is the opening balances. So what do we do with that opening balances? We want to start a boutique with 600,000 from your saving account. Where will we take that? So it is cash. So it means it will go to your cash account of your company.
Cash account.
Yes. So we will have the cash account. Sorry, this one should be date first. 0/01/2024. So that is our date, and then here we call it these are opening balance.
Opening balance.
Or yes, or deposit or capital. And then capital. So what do? We will debit the cash account.
Yeah.
In another column here, we have account. This column will be account. So that account narration should be different. So this one will have the cash account. We debit that amount, 640,000. 640,000. Then on the same date, we will have the capital account. Remember this one, you are a director, so we'll open a director's account and we will credit your 640. Yes, still you will say this is the opening balance. We credit that. So we credit 640. That is the first journal entry.
Journal entry.
So if it was using the system like QuickBook or any other thing, I could have just go to banking, do a transfer. So do a transfer from the director's account to the petty cash account or the cash account. Very simple. So then we go to the second one. You put a furniture worth 120,000 with cash. So still bado tuko na cash account. So I think on the first date, we have that. We have cash.
Cash
account. Description here is what?
Furniture.
So that is we credit now cash account.
But now, we credit
120,000. At the same time, we have a furniture account also. We debit that 120,000
at the bank.
120,000. Amesema bank
120,000.
So cash.
We may renew from the bank. Cash, sorry.
Cash. That is cash. And then number 3, deposit 180,000 in a bank account. Bank account. How do we record that transaction? It is on which date? Date 3. Date 3. Give me the journal entry for that transaction.
Let me go back kidogo.
The deposit.
Okay.
180,000.
Deposit 180 in the bank. So we'll debit the bank. And credit cash.
Deposit 80,000 in a bank account. So the ledger here is only bank account. We don't have the cash account. We don't have the cash account. So for bank it is correct. For bank, we debit bank account, and then this what we just say, these are what the directors deposit. That is an narration to say directors deposit. I mean deposit on 80,000. Then this is a director's deposit. So he's removing his money from his saving and then he bringing that money to the company. So it will go to the capital account. So we'll have the capital account. Yes. We will have our capital account here. We are still increasing our capital account. Increasing our capital account with 180,000. 180,000. Then you go to the number 5 or date 5. Bought goods worth 200 on 260 on cash. So maybe this one is an inventory, so we don't know. So let's assume it is inventory. Date 5 of that January, bought inventory. So goods what how much? 260,000. 260,000. Then another account, debit and credit, another account, the cash account.
Cash account.
So we will have. So that is the big task ni ku journal easy entries, but ukishakuwa na hizi ni kazi ni rahisi. We have cash account, we credit cash account also to see 60. And then date 8, paid rent by check, 35,000.
Yeah.
How do you give me the journals for that transaction?
That will be rent.
So we have rent. Rent is an expense. So from now, you have to remember all the expenses. If it is an increase in expenses, what do? We debit, right?
You debit, yeah.
Yes. So this one is you can see rent of or January. So you just indicate the January 2024. Just indicate January. That is 35,000. It was in cash. Bank.
It was in check.
Check. So
check bank.
So it is bank. We credit bank on the same date. We credit bank. Then you can just see January rent. We go to date 13. Bought goods on credit from John worth 440. So we have a creditor here or our customer. Is it sold or bought?
It's bought.
So this is a supplier. So we have our supplier here called John. So where do we record these suppliers? If you bought goods on credit, where do you record?
If you bought goods on credit, will it be a credit account?
Yes, a creditor's account.
A creditor's account.
This creditor's account, another name of a creditor's account is account payable, right?
Okay, yeah.
Account payable. So we credit account payable or we debit account payable?
We are going to credit accounts payable.
So we are going to credit account payable. How much? 440,000. 440,000. 440,000. Then we debit which account?
Is it going to be, just scroll up a bit. Bought goods worth 260. Cash.
No, si tuko
No, is
number
it
13. Tuko number
number 13
date
sold goods?
13. Bought goods on credit from
Yeah,
John.
see cash.
Bought goods
We're going
on
to
credit from John.
what goods on credit from John?
So you go to supplier, you
Mhm.
tell supplier, I need these goods, but I don't have any cash for now. Let me take it and then I will pay you after 15 days. 15 days or
Have you
after
received?
that or after that days. So in that there is no cash outflow. They have not paid anything.
Yeah.
So it will not either affect the bank or the cash. It will not affect, but our purchases will goes up.
Oh yeah. The
So
purchases increases.
yes. So we have the purchases account.
Purchases account.
Purchases account 440. Huh? Should be this side. And then the same case, we have another on date 13. Sold goods on credit. Yeah, sold good what this one on cash. So we sold good on cash. So we have the sales account.
On cash.
That you can just say cash sales. Cash sales. And then 315. So we credit the sales account.
We credit the cash sales. 315.
Yes, and then we debit the cash account.
Cash account.
Cash account. So here you can say cash sales 315.
315.
Then we go to the number 15 or the 15. Sold good on credit to Rose 580. So we have a customer here called Rose, but who Rose? She likes buying on credit. So what do we need? We need to have two accounts.
Yeah.
The sales account
and debtors account.
And debtors account. So what will happen to the sales account? We will credit that amount
580,000.
And 80,000. Then you can put narration, maybe sales to know, because you want to explain further. And then we also have account receivable.
Account receivable.
Account receivables. That is 580. 580. And then received cash from Rose 420. So on date 17, Rose decided to pay. Rose decided to pay little amount, not full amount. Akatuambia amelipa ngapi? 420. That is the cash we are receiving. So we have to debit the cash account. And then you credit which account?
Credit, yeah.
You credit which account?
You credit the account receivable.
Yes, you credit account receivables. You credit account receivable. So after that, this one we can call it general ledger. General ledger. Yes, because we didn't open the individual's account. Yes. So in such a case, you come here, right? Select that, right click, insert, and then come here, write a good heading, or you can even copy this data in a new worksheet. So if we select all the data, Control C, click this, or Control. You can click that plus to open a new worksheet, and then you paste. You can paste number 5. That's it. So this is now our general ledger. Yes. So we can't rename or edit this data to look more more good. So you can say Spice Company Limited, Company Limited, General Ledger, for the month, for the month of January 2024. So this data, if you to print this data, you can't print this data this way. If I click Control B, you can see the kind of data is a print, sindio?
Yeah.
So it is not, you don't know even if it is the same format. So what you do, select that, you can merge so that you can bring to the center, merge that, come to this, merge that, then this one, select all of this and put borders. So I will show you the shortcut keys of putting borders, Alt HB for boy, and then you click insert all A. So that's the borders, nikitumia shortcut keys. And then we don't need to be, we need to be in one format. That's why easily za topic one nadhani nilikuwa nakuambia maybe umekuwa ukitumia, then you will not be giving more focus. So maybe I need all of them to be 8, but I don't need to be bold. I don't want to be bold, but the headings, I need to change the heading font size to maybe to 10, but bold. And then, so I should have my balances here. Imekuwa imebalance, right?
Balance.
Yes. So to do summation in Excel very quickly, you click Alt equal sign. So kuna mahali imeandikwa A and equal sign. So it will does that. So it is not equal. Ama because utapata kuna place zingine ziko empty, Excel ijaenda mpaka hapo. Yes. So inaanza from D6. So we can change the formula here from D6. And then we can select that one, Control R or D, I think. Yes, Control R, so it will copy the same. So you can see it is now our accounts
balance.
So kama account kama account balance, it means automatically everything else it will balance. It will balance, and then Control B, you can put format your data here. So you can see this now. If you try to print this data, it will look something more presentable. Yes, even though this one ya juu atuja bold. Then also you need to put 10. So that is it. Now, so from this data, from this general ledger, or GL, you can be able to get your trial balance. And then from that trial balance, you can be able to get the income statement, balance sheet, all the way to the management account,
to the cash flow.
The cash flows.
Yeah.
So you can see here we have a lot of cash account. We have cash account. Hizo ni ngapi? 1, 2, 3, 4. So bado ni accounts bado ni 1, like cash. You can be able to know how many cash uko nayo, si ndio? So how will you now get to know whether this cash it is in the debit balance or the credit balance? That's now when you come now as a financial a financial analyst. So you will be able now to get to know if I have been given this data with an accountant, will I be able to get more formulas to enable me to get the debit and credit of these accounts. So I hope I will save this data because nikiendelea hapo, then we need for us to get that, because ungenifanya hizi data na kuandika hatungetumia formulas, si ndio? Tuko pamoja?
Hi.
Umepotea.
Hello. Sorry about that. Simu yangu ni kama imezima abruptly.
Umepotea. Sorry. Okay. So
Yeah.
So I was saying, vile tumefika hapa, then so it will need me now to use continue without audio. Unanisikiza?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So now here, tukishafika hapa, this is the data you will each and every time you will be asking either accountant or the person which deals with bookkeeping to give you this data, right?
Okay.
So once you have this data as a financial analyst, you should be able to figure out which formula should I use so that at the end of the day, I can get my balancing figure for cash. I can get the balancing figure for bank. I can get the balancing figure for capital, right?
Yeah.
So you should have that. Knowledge at Excel. So I think I will not proceed from there, but now I will need you to have this data, maybe in Excel.
Yeah.
So that when we learn some of the Excel function, we will come back to this data. So this will be our first application of those financial data. So it will be very simple. So I will take, like for example, I will just select that copy and then paste in a new sheet, Control V, go to data, and then remove duplicates. Remove duplicates.
Okay.
Go to data, remove duplicates. So utapata, these are only my chart of account. My chart of account.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I will now need to have a debit and credit here for me to drive a trial balance. I will need debit and credit here. Then so I have to implement a formula which it can either do a debit or a credit.
A credit, which it will does it automatic. So I will have to implement that formula for that to implement that function. So I will not going to do it manually, like we have to take the cash sum for debit and then lessen that one. No, I will do it with Excel. With Excel.
But now you need to have more formulas because you will ask yourself, which formula should I use here? Should I use the if function? Should I use sum if function? Should I use the VLOOKUP function? XLOOKUP function? Yes, but depending with yenye unaona ni rahisi, but itakupea the end result.
the
end results.
Yes. So I hope by now at least you have seen vitu zenye
by now I've refreshed.
Yes.
So
tutakuwa tunaenda tu exactly ati tunaenda direct Excel tunajifundisha Excel direct, no. So accounting knowledge, financial reporting knowledge is more essential. Yes. So Excel is a tool which help us to do this financial analysis very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yes. So I give you now assignment. You go and do, maybe you can watch. Kuna platform nyingi ka YouTube na watch debit na asset general ledgers. You refresh your mind.
Okay.
And then we will stick to our timetable. If we stick to our timetable, then at the end of this month, we will be able to finish all of this.
Okay.
So I think we can stop there. Because it was just an introduction. An introduction.
Okay.
So I will share these Excel.
Yeah.
So that you can also have this, because each and every working we will be using, I think you should need to have that working. Let me share them right now. So that make sure you create a folder. So that each and every workings tutakuwa tuna save hapo. Maybe sometime utakuwa unataka kurefer back.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me share this, because we need to use these my Excel functions to develop that management account.
Okay. You managed to share?
Hello.
Yes.
Umeiona kwa email?
Let me check it out. Just a minute.
I think that could be best, so that you can.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've received it.
Yes. So you will keep that information. Also, you can still go through it.
Yeah.
Because we will need it in just few days to come.
Okay. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm in love with you.